This is the Martini Mortgage Podcast with Kevin Martini.
Hello and welcome to the Martini Mortgage Podcast, the Blackjack episode 21. I am your host. I am the senior mortgage strategist and the branch manager with the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage. This episode 21 of the Martini Mortgage Podcast, was inspired by my folks. Both my mom and my dad drilled into me and my brother that there is no substitute for education. And I'm so very pleased they did. Today, without question, I agree with this sentiment. As it relates to mortgages, I do not think the person you trust to help you secure the largest debt of your life should give you information in an infomercial format. I think it should be more of an investigative journalism approach, just like you would see on a Dateline NBC or a 2020 episode. Now, just because it's in debt, it does not mean it has to be shared at a graduate level. Because my belief that there's no substitute for education. Every season, the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage produces a home buyer guide that, in my opinion, simply and effectively communicates the current opportunity. It's called Things to Consider When Buying a Home. Pretty creative, don't you think? Hot off the press, so hot you need to put some mittens on because your little paws might get burned, is the fall 2018 edition of the Martini Buyer Guide called Things to Consider When Buying a Home. The Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage has worked very hard to curate this 20-plus page homebuyer guide that goes beyond the headlines. Things to Consider When Buying a Home can be found by going to www.martinibuyerguide.com. While you're at www.martinibuyerguide.com, you will have free access to this priceless information that is on every single page of this home buyer guide. Now, I want to just let you know, I am being serious. Every page is packed with information you need to know if you are buying a home for the first time or the fifth time. Even if you're not in the market to buy a home or sell your current home, there are things you need to know that is in this home buyer guide. There are basically 3 sections to things to consider when buying a home. Section number 1 goes into detail on what is happening in the market. There are 5 articles in this section, and the one I believe that will be most impactful is found on page 6 of this section. The article was inspired by a very common question I get when I'm working with a family. And it really doesn't matter if the family is buying their first home or they're a repeat buyer. Right now, it appears everyone is concerned about rising mortgage rates, and I get it. Mortgage rates have risen more than 0.5 point since the beginning of the year. But the families I serve are not just concerned about higher mortgage rates. They're also concerned about what the impact of those higher mortgage rates will be on home values. Again, this article can be found on page 6 of Things to Consider When Buying a Home, and it's titled, Mortgage Rates Rising, Will Home Values Follow? You can get access to this homebuyer guide by going to www.martinibuyerguide.com. The second section is all about what you need to know before you buy. You see, it's my opinion, Kevin Martini's opinion, that many families overestimate the credit that is needed to secure a home loan. Let me expand on this for a moment. The reality is some clients think that, oh my gosh, I have a student loan of $100,000. There is no way I'm going to be able to get a $150,000 mortgage because I have a $100,000 student loan. But the fact is, in the mortgage world, we look at debt to income. And the debt to income is not necessarily associated with the balance. It's associated with the monthly payment because that's how the debt to income is actually calculated. But in addition, they overestimate the credit score that's needed. The fact of the matter is, don't be one of those people. Lead with education, not with myths. Many overestimate the amount of money that is needed to buy a home. Recently at the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage, a client put a review on Google and indicated that not only did he secure 100% financing, he actually got money back at closing. There's a killer article on page 12 of things to consider when buying a home. And let me give you the hashtag Martini Factor bottom line. If you're a prospective buyer who's ready and willing to act now, but you are not sure if you're able, then let me help you understand all of your options that are available to you today. The reality is, myths have no place in the marketplace. Facts do. And that's what we do here at the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage. We lead with facts. We lead with education. We'll lay it all out like a buffet table, and then you go ahead and decide which plan is right for you. Yes, the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage is based in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we help families in Raleigh, Cary, Apex, and really all over the Triangle of North Carolina. However, we also help families in the Triad. We help families in the Queen City, and we help families on the coast. We help soldiers at Fort Bragg, and we help Marines at Camp Lejeune too. We help families all over the great state of North Carolina. Now, you may be listening to the Martini Mortgage Podcast and saying, gosh darn, Kevin, I really want to work with you and the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage. However, I live in California or Kentucky or Virginia, and if that is the case, whatever state you live in, if it's not North Carolina, do not fret. We have a network of trusted mortgage strategists that I have vetted that will treat you just like family. If this is you and you are not in North Carolina and you would like an introduction to someone that has a servant's heart like the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage does, then just give me a call at 919-238-4934. Just ask for me, Kevin Martini, or ask for Logan Martini, or ask for Alex Martini. Yes, this is a family affair. Now, if you are here in North Carolina, you want some trusted advice and a very simple process, then give me a call, Kevin Martini, or give Alex Martini a call, or give Logan Martini a call at 919-238-4934. Now, if you prefer, you can send me the email, and the email address is Kevin, Kevin, .Martini, Martini, at Benchmark, BenchMark.us. Again, Kevin.Martini at Benchmark.us. Now, let's talk about the third section of things to consider when buying a home. Again, you can get free access by going to, wait for it, www.martinibuyerguide.com. Section 3 is all about what to expect when buying a home. In this section, we have some great tips for when you're ready to make a move and make an offer, and it discusses why the heck there is so much paperwork. I love the fact that the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage has worked very hard to reduce the paperwork needed with our digital platform. In addition, we have designed a platform to maximize the family's time and eliminate their frustration. You see, when doing a loan with us, the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage, we process, we underwrite, we fund all of our loans under our roof. There will be only 3 people you will interact with, and one of them would be your mortgage strategist. The second one would be our loan manager, and the third one would be our client concierge if you need. In closing, is buying a home right for you? I don't know. However, I do know that you should take a look at things to consider when buying a home, and you can get access by going to www.martinibuyerguide.com. Remember, what my family shared with me, there is no substitute for education, and that is what things to consider when buying a home is all about: education. I invite you to give me, Kevin Martini, a call at 919-238-4934 to talk more about what you read in this homebuyer guide. At the end of the day, it's not just a house, it's a home. As my family used to say to me, and I'm going to share it with you, and as I share with my kids, it does not matter how big the house is. It matters how happy the home is. Thank you for tuning in to the Blackjack episode 21 of the Martini Mortgage Podcast. If you or someone you know has questions about the current mortgage rates here in Raleigh or the unique mortgage products the Martini Mortgage Group at Benchmark Mortgage offers, we invite you to give us a call, 919-238-4934. In case you missed it, you can get free access to things to consider when buying a home by going to www.martinibuyerguide.com. Again, thank you for tuning in, and know that our family is your family lender.
The Martini Mortgage Group makes real estate dreams a reality with trusted advice in a stress-free environment with great rates and on-time closings while providing a world-class experience. If you or someone you know has questions about the current mortgage rates or the current mortgage programs, please reach out to the Martini Mortgage Group at 919-238-4934. The information contained in this podcast presentation is for general product information purposes only. Arklatex Financial Services, LLC, NMLS number 2143, doing business as Benchmark Mortgage, makes no representations or warranties of any kind expressed or implied about the completeness, reliability, suitability, or availability with respect to the information, products, or services. All loans subject to borrower qualifying. Other restrictions may apply. Branch Manager Kevin Martini, NMLS number 143962. Branch located at 5650 Six Forks Road, Suite 101, Raleigh, North Carolina 27609. Contact the branch by calling 919-238-4934. Equal housing opportunity.